Hello there gang, DD DeVere here for another Past Blast, playing a classic game of yesteryear and seeing how well it stood the test of time. And today we're testing Serious Sam 2. So how was it stood the test of time? Oh, let's find out, shall we? So first of all, let's have a quick glance through some of the options. So you've got your game options here. You've got some video options. It does support modern resolutions, or at least up to 1080. We also have some advanced options here. I'm assuming optimal means maximum. I'm not 100% sure. But quite a decent amount there, so that's good. And finally, a couple of audio options, which is nice. So there's also multiplayer. Rather luckily, it was originally GameSpy, but now it's been switched over to Steamworks. So multiplayer, although not many playing, it is there. It also means if you and a friend or friends, plural, want to buy copies of the game, it'd be easy to get yourselves up and running. What I shall do is I shall dive in with the single player and probably end up skipping a fair chunk of the introduction. So I shall start a new game and I shall play it at normal.
Hi Sam! No, don't look around. It's me, Nettie.
Nettie?
Netrixa, but Nettie to my friends.
Netrissa? Nettie, you can talk.
Yes, it's a bit complicated. Let's just say that it has something to do with having a bigger game budget.
What game budget?
Just kidding. Anyway, I'm here to help you as much as I can. Find a few more of those blue guys and make them talk. Maybe I'll be able to translate what they're saying.
So in the original Serious Sam, of course, we journeyed through various time periods on Earth in the first and second encounters. Well, now we're travelling through different planets. And we are searching for the medallion, or parts of the medallion. The 5 parts of the medallion is the story, basically. And that's what we need to do. So it's definitely still quite bright visuals, as you'd imagine from a Serious Sam game. Hello. So as you travel to different planets, you meet different alien types. This is one of your starting weapons, not one you'd want to use very often, admittedly. So you have to constantly spam fire it or let it charge. So I'll switch to the classic revolvers. We also have a buzzsaw. So yes, there's still the classic secrets. Should have mentioned that in the looking for the options. Luckily there's a mouse sensitivity setting. You'll probably want to rack that right down. When you first launches the game, it's absolutely super sky high. Even the slightest manoeuvre as you're flicking back and forth like that, absolutely horrible. A little pro tip there. As you know, for FPSs, you actually want your sensitivity generally to be a bit lower, even in a Twitch shooter like this.
Yes, sir. Ma'am?
So definitely the visuals are still fairly... I mean, there's a lot more cartoony now than the original. And this is what the game does best, of course. Shooting.
I'm glad to see that teleportation didn't make you rusty.
Nice warm-up.
The auto shotgun. Probably don't want to shoot all of those just yet. Oh no, we've got to... Can we pick those up? No. Why not? And here's our next new addition to the game.
You can use Dino to travel faster.
Come here, horsey. Come on. Okay.
So yes, we now have rideable type vehicles and such like. Or in this case, dinosaurs. There's also a few turrets and things you can jump on throughout the game. Or you'll have to jump onto throughout the game. So obviously this is fairly early in the game. This is not quite the mad chaos you'd expect from a serious Sam game. Oh yeah, a lot of the trees and things are now destroyable as well, as well as a lot of the props and things around. Where's that got to? There we are. I won't bother looking around for all the secrets and things because there's quite a lot of area to cover. I will take ammunition, of course. Always gratefully received in a first-person shooter. Or in this case, third-person Dino Rider. Some of you. Doesn't exactly handle well. Oh, you can overcharge your health and things as well now in this game, as well as, of course, there's armour and such to pick up.
Sam, go reach that monkey head and jump into its mouth.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Yeah, so it's still quite wide open. And there's not in that respect. I mean, I don't have to do this on the dinosaur. I could jump off and do it first person style if I wanted to, but still got plenty of health, so I might as well. There we go, it's just about them sorted. So there's certainly some new and inventive enemies as well in this game. Weapon wise, yeah, it's pretty much, there are some new ones. So the game's trying to be a lot more humorous now though.
What kind of pansy weapon is that?
Probably start skipping a lot of the cutscenes. It tries to be a bit more story heavy, so won't be a spoiler for anyone who hasn't played it then for when they first play it. Not a bad first level. Yeah, again, there's moments like that when this cutscene's gone for a little while, only not really to add anything in particularly deep to the game. Good lord, auto shotgun. Are you sure? We have come up with this title must be suited under the trade's description act. It's the slowest shooting auto shotgun I've ever tried. Luckily we get the super shotty shortly after this. I mean, I suppose that's the only advantage, is you can literally keep your trigger finger down while using it. Use the bridge, righto, roger. Yeah, as soon as you get the auto shotty, that's pretty much the last time you'll ever see this again for the rest of the game. That looked like a librarian. Oh, two of them. There we go. So yeah, you got grenades now as well. Speed of rate of fire. Glaciers move faster. Although I suppose if you did anything else, it'd be a bit more OP.
It's a Simba plane. Don't shoot it. Maybe they have something for you.
Let's hope they do, Nettie. Let's hope they do. There's certainly a very vibrant and cartoony feel to all of this at the moment. Didn't mean to do that to them. What, did it just not... I thought did he just drop two shields, as I just imagined that completely. The game does have to do a bug and glitch here and there. And where are?
Secret sexy bush has been
See, it's not quite as serious. You're not dropping me the stuff this time. Oh. Ah, there it is. Let's grab some of that.
Let's go to the other
This is what we want coming up. That's right, you treat it with the respect it deserves. This is an FPS shooter from the time when shotguns were still king. Much better. Whoops. That's it. See, virtually the same rate of fire. No, you can hold your you can hold the fire button down with this one as well. Ouch! I should have seen that coming. Virtually the same rate of fire, but because it fires 2 shells at a time, it does masses of more damage. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, I'm out of nades. Not a problem. Just do it the old school way. It's time to get serious. So, yeah, basically absolutely no reason to ever touch the auto shotgun again in the game. That's it. You have a little nap there.
Be useful. Save the Simba's village from invasion.
Don't worry, it's done.
Just use this to soften them up from a distance. Try and get rid of a few of those shields. And of course the enemies can damage each other. It also means allies can damage you, of course. Alright, time to stop fooling about. So, I mean, the difficulty level can sometimes be quite impressive. At moments you'll be absolutely potting along fine. You'll get a massive difficulty spike when it'll start absolutely kicking you. And that's playing on the normal difficulty, which is obviously where this game is probably best starting at. Again, we'll get through that. And we'll get through this.
Sam, you must defend the village and the chief. Only he knows where we can get the medallion.
Let's kick some ass.
Let's do that. Let's do that indeed. So, yeah, as a general rule, yes, it has stood the test of time pretty well. By and large. That's a chicken. Oh, that's not. I can hear more of them. Oops, they've got that one. Trying not to shoot them. I'm trying to also make sure I don't get in their way so they don't shoot me. So, even though it's, it's all very colourful and vibrant, and there's a lot of game here, the 5 different worlds, getting the different pieces, it just lacks the intensity. I mean, there's plenty of places where it will throw and swarm you with plenty of enemies, just like a serious Sam game, as you'd imagine. But for some reason, it just lacks this sort of same intensity that the first encounter and the second encounter engendered. It does, after a while, get... it just gets a bit repetitive, you'll get used to foot shooty bit, then they'll give you a vehicle bit, then back to shooty bit with a boss, or some sort of boss type. Yeah, this is dragging on, this bit here, for example. Whoops. Oh, I shot my chap then, or one of my chums. That's one of theirs. Yeah, for some reason it just lacks the... It just lacks something compared to the previous games. I can't explain it other than that. It just sort of gets a bit repetitive. I mean, this is really feeling like filler now. I'm just waiting for them to hurry up and get that fence down, but... I'll be a bit careful because obviously a shotgun's not exactly a precision weapon, so... Oh. Well, it's not exactly quite as spray as you'd imagine a shotgun to be. Oh, that wasn't too bad a precision shot for the distance. It's just, yeah, not quite the... Just doesn't... I mean, oh, yeah, you might also be wondering why I've jumped straight to second Serious Sam 2 rather than the second encounter. I might do a video for the channel at some point in the future, but... I mean, they are kind of the same sort of thing, in all honesty. It was more of a expansion, so I thought this would be a better place to jump to for the next one, and maybe I'll backfill. Ah, there we go, finally they're through. I suppose it was good, it gave me some time to collect some ammo and things, maybe. So yeah, you got some interesting enemy types. That grenade hit that tree and then hit me. And that, I think, was... Oh, it might have been an axe from that chap over there. That was him. I think we've... I don't like games where explosions hurt you. So you get a good selection of weapons. There's some really good enemy types, especially some of the bosses and that you'll fight later on. It still does have some hectic moments in-game. It's not that it's certainly not a duffer, but yeah, it is just a slightly repetitive nature. I mean, see this bit here. This is really kind of starting to drag a little bit now. This bit. I think we're just about done now. Yeah, hopefully that. Oh no, there's a few more. Is that it? Are we done? Are we finished? We are finished. So we'll just get to that. So I think we'll just about conclude our dealings here, gang. Serious Sam 2. So yes, it has stood the test of time, but in all honesty, I found it a bit repetitive the first time. I don't know why compared to the... I mean, especially when the first encounter and the second encounter were just all shooting. Not a lot else. Some very, very minor puzzle work and, you know, hunting for your secrets. It's just for some reason, it's just the layout. By the time you get to World 3, you'll be feeling very like you're treading old ground, even though the visuals are nice. But yeah, there's more story. It is visually nice. The controls are smooth, especially once you've got that mouse sensitivity down. So it stood the test of time pretty well. And it's got the same problems it had the very first time round, I guess, as well as the same pluses. It's certainly not a bad game, but yeah, you can see why a lot of people don't really... It never really comes up in a lot of gaming conversations or forums, does it? Not like whereas plenty of people mention the first encounter, the original Serious Sam, all the HD remakes. So, you know, it's still built on their own engine, the Serious Engine 2, not surprisingly. But you'll get a lot of game for your money. It is still quite good fun. It just does sort of... Probably when you want to play in a block, you know, maybe a bit here, a bit there. Not quite... It doesn't have quite that sort of on-the-edge action and draw that the originals did. So anyway, gang, thanks very much for taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully you found it useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know you're alive. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.